we got a special guest.
We need a fucking play.
You know we got a special guest.
Offense. Looking at defense, hey, we need the ball back. What y'all gonna do?
Hey, he already said it. Whenever we needed a special play at Bowie State, you would hear that song. Welcome to All Shit, I'm 40. This is your boy, Gene. We are at part 2 of When the Lights Go Out.
Yeah. This motherfucker right now.
And what did Frazier boy used to say?
In the spring of 01.
I remember.
You feel me? Yeah. Like, I ain't come in the fall of 01 with all the freshmen.
No, you came in the spring
of 01. I played spring ball and all that shit. And shout out to you two niggas. Y'all the reason why I was able to do it. Yeah. Sleeping on the floor. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't had no room and board. Frazier had enough money to get my tuition paid. Right. I ain't had no books. I ain't had no meal plan. I ain't had no fucking room. I ain't had none of that shit.
So, AT, I got a quick story. Dave, I think you was with me. We went on the visit to Bowie. And that's when we saw AT during the spring. Oh, shit. And that's when I said, who is this big, light-skinned motherfucker? I was like, and I supposed to come up here like linebacker? Fuck, because I already seen Big Val.
I was playing corn. I ain't had no business playing corn.
I already seen Big Val.
I just like
Lee had just left.
Yeah, Lee left.
And then I was like,
it was Dwayne.
Now they got a big red.
Dwayne and Val.
Yeah, big Dwayne. We already knew about Dwayne.
Dwayne and Val was supposed to be the
Hold up. Shout out to Dwayne, man.
Shout out to Dwayne, man.
Another fucking monster.
Yeah, no bullshit.
That was, guaranteed that was the motherfucking man.
No bullshit. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne Henry, Northwest.
Dwayne Henry. Yeah. His name still rings. Shout out to Dwayne. So,
because everybody know.
We remember seeing you. I remember seeing you. You at Bowie now. You finished the spring. Our illustrious 2001 class that saved Bowie and started the trajectory that Bowie is on right now. Mm-hmm. Yes, I would say it was our class, 2001.
Changed everything.
Changed everything. And I tell everybody this. That class changed everything at Bowie. Argue me. I wish somebody would argue me.
I still would love to know, where did Bowie get all that damn money?
Don't worry about it.
That's 01. They was flipping bricks or something. I don't know. Everybody
had money.
No.
Everybody, full round.
The money was always there.
Money was there.
It was never making it to us. That money was going to College Park. You ain't hear about the lawsuit?
Yeah, I heard about that.
That money was there.
Yeah, the money was there the whole time. But what it was, the money was all going to College Park.
And then the other thing is, Frazier was a genius with how he flipped the scholarship.
He was flipping the scholarship.
Because he looked
that
at the
nigga
paper.
gave you $2,036.96 to cover some shit if he needed to. Right.
Yeah. But he looked at the paper.
That's how he did me to get me in the building.
Like, I was the last signee to Bowie. So, like, he knew my family, knew my mom, dad, you know, all that. And so, like, you know how I put it with the scholarships. Like, they did well with the scholarships because people were getting academic money, financial aid, you know, the financial
He found ways to finesse that shit.
Found ways, which it worked. Because I'll be for real for myself, like, I was all in. Like, I saw the trajectory, like Gene said, the trajectory of Bowie State, and I saw where it was going. I was just like, man, why am I going to still complain and I'm in a good situation?
Because what was the record the year before? They were 2-8.
That was 2-8.
And then we finished 7-3.
Yeah.
We had just missed the CIAA.
We missed it off the first game of the season. Yeah.
All right, we're going to get back to it. But who remember that first game we played Johnson C. Smith? Yes. And Jodeci came out. It was KC and JoJo, and they were singing that Joe drunk.
Tell the story real quick, G.
Oh man, that was the Eddie McGrick Classic, and we was in Charlotte, North Carolina. We played Johnson C. Smith.
Great time,
at the Coliseum, right?
Yeah,
at the Coliseum. Yep, that was good. That was a night game too.
That was my first game.
My first college game.
Y'all want to hear some shit? You know that was my first game, right?
It was my first game
in college. That was my very first game in college.
Never would have believed it.
No. Real quick. Do you remember the very first play on defense?
I think you caused the fumble.
No, I got an interception.
That's right. It was a turnover.
Very first
play.
Swear to God. My very first snap. Listen, my legs ain't work, bro. I catch the motherfucking ball. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. It's on only one dude right here that I really gotta get past.
And you was coaching the year prior.
Wow.
Exactly. I'm about to go to the Marines, nigga, and throw my whole life away.
Wow.
I get an interception my first. I swear to God, I can't make this shit up.
So
Play. I get that shit. I'm like, oh, nigga, click my ankle. I'm like, fall, all dumb and shit. Right? I get to the sideline. I can't even talk. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. So
hey, let's give a shout out to some of the folks that's on IG Live.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We got a lot of BSU cats on there. Coop,
what's up?
who else? Sojo on there.
Shout out Sojo.
Skillo, he on there.
Scully.
We got a lot of love on there, man.
Y'all
on IG
know.
Live, if y'all got any questions, please let us know. We can actually table.
And Gibby will let us know. So we're gonna go forward. So AT played. Originally was not supposed to play linebacker.
I was playing.
If we could get Coach Morgan on here one day, he can tell us the story. But
I could tell you the story.
Go ahead.
Listen.
Real quick.
Remember, in the spring, I was playing corner.
Yep.
Right?
The biggest fucking corner I ever seen.
But we had Linwood and Nate starting at corner. They were two seniors. I was a freshman.
I remember.
Both of them niggas ran 4.3.
Yep.
Nate was like 6'1", 6'2".
Crazy
Linwood was
speed.
short,
Crazy
but
speed.
you wasn't running by him.
It would hit like I don't know what.
Right. So by maybe the second week in the spring, he done moved me to safety. We got T1 and Harry.
Yeah.
OG Harry.
The original prime.
The original prime.
You feel me?
Right.
T1 could have started at corner if he wanted to.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's how athletic he was.
He played everything.
I think, for real.
Yo, that motherfucker's still incline at 315 right now, bro.
Right now.
He's like 43, 45.
Yeah, he's older than me.
T1 almost 50. Hey, shout out to
He's
T1.
like 5'6". Doing that, bro.
Strong as shit.
350.
350.
For reps, though.
But for reps, Gip. For reps.
On the plates.
On the plates.
Them bitches clapping at the top. Let's talk about.
Go ahead, AT.
Man, so look, you got Harry and T1 at the strong safeties because remember we was running the 4-2-5, so we had two strong safeties.
Yep.
Tone was at the free safety.
Right.
Shout out to Tone.
So everywhere I went, it really wasn't an opportunity to really get on the field. He wasn't gonna put me in front of them seniors.
Until he got to the misfits, the linebackers.
We start training camp. Right now it's summertime. Val breaks his hand the first week.
Yep, remember that.
Val is the starting Mike linebacker.
I remember.
Right? Remember, Dwayne was also supposed to be there, but Dwayne had the stroke prior to training camp.
And then Marvin came up.
And Marvin, exactly. Marvin came up. Chris Glass as well. You know what I'm saying? And what ended up happening is I'm rotating with the safeties or whatever. Val breaks his hand. Coach Morgan calls me in the office after practice one day. He said, look, I'm about to move you to linebacker. I said, for what? The fuck you about to do that for? He said, you ain't no goddamn corner. You ain't no corner. And I said, you know what? All right. As long as you can keep them motherfucking offensive linemen off of me, if you could do that shit, I'm good. But I wasn't trying to fight with niggas like y'all. You understand? Look at your motherfucking hands. You feel me?
Show your hands,
These
Jimmy.
niggas real hands. You know what I'm saying? These niggas.
Hey, just FYI for the folks that's listening, he's pointing to guys on on
offensive linemen.
These dudes 6'6", 6'7", 300.
And their hands are very large.
Bro, looking like a left and right tackle over this motherfucker.
Well, no, Dave played left tackle. Terrence, you played right tackle.
Exactly. Yeah. I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
You think about you think about Coach.
It's a lost cause for me.
You think about Coach Morgan's genius. You
Oh
know,
nah, he was definitely
He was
genius. Definitely ahead of the game.
You think about Coach Morgan's genius and how he moved because you look at a lot of NFL defenses.
That's the way everything.
And that was before they started doing
Listen,
it. That was ahead of the curve.
I was playing middle linebacker at 200 pounds.
So, AT moves to a new position. Beast out. I think your first year made all rookie team.
Made a lot of shit.
Made all rookie team, all CIAA, all
Black college first team.
Black college first team. Sophomore year, our championship year.
Right.
We go to the CIs. We win the Eastern Division. We kick everybody's ass. Right. Yeah, I'm going to say it. We kicked everybody's ass. Except for that goddamn Fayetteville State. I hate y'all.
But the
bastards. Fuck Fayetteville. I hate Fayetteville. But we go to Fayetteville.
They had the setup.
Yeah.
They had a setup to win. And the way they played football, it was like power football. So
Power football.
They were like, we're just gonna keep the football away from y'all.
Exactly. And that was how you defeat Bowie.
Yeah, exactly.
So
keep the football away from y'all. We're gonna run it, and we don't give a fuck if we get 2 yards here, 2 yards there. We're gonna fuck around and get 5 or 6 here.
Exactly.
Next thing you know, we got first down.
So after that CIAA year, we went through a bit of a transition. Frazier Boy left.
Right.
No, was it? No, after our 3rd year. It was junior year he left, right? Yeah, junior year he left.
Listen,
Going to
exactly.
junior.
It
Going
was,
to
it was
the
the
junior.
junior year.
Junior
but
year he left.
after the season.
Right,
Yeah.
right after the season.
Played the whole season.
And by this time, AT, all CIAA again. All accolades, all world. Had the all the way Conway.
4-time
tag.
first team.
Yeah, 4 times.
CIAA.
Then we ain't gonna shortchange you. I had your list of accolades I was gonna read out.
Rookie of the year 2001.
Yes, I had your list of accolades.
Division 2 Rookie of the year 2001.
Yep.
Dopekey.com.
Dartronics.
Yeah.
The Datetronics, All-American, all that.
Black
Talk
College
your
All-American.
shit.
Talk, please,
All
talk
that
your shit.
Talk
Keep
your
Black
talking.
College All-American 3 times.
3 times,
CIAA first team 4 times.
4 times.
Yeah, all that shit.
I'm getting the chubby.
Yeah. all region, first or second team every year. However you want to do it. If you want,
All you gotta do is Google.
Go ahead, bro. Keep going.
Keep going. AT, you got more.
Hey, look. Take
That's
your
real.
flowers right now, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
listen. At that point, if there was something to be made, my name was going to be on it.
Was on it.
You feel me? And what the crazy part about it, if y'all just remember what I said, when my senior year in high school, I wasn't nobody.
Right.
Right.
You feel me? So I come to college and I'm having a lot of success, and I'm having success real fast.
Right.
I'm talking to NFL scouts as a freshman. I'm
Yep.
being advised by NFL scouts that, hey, man, you can leave.
Right.
Sophomore year.
Yep.
Remember we
It
had,
was that bad?
We had Chuck.
It was
Yeah,
scouts.
Shout out to
the
Chuck
scouts was
Austin.
coming up there for Big Chuck.
Yep.
Or whatever. And niggas was like, yo, excuse me. The scouts, I promise to God, I can't make this shit up. NFL scouts telling me I could leave Bowie State after my sophomore year.
AT, all world. Won everything you could win. Senior year. Got an agent. Everything. You get the combine invite. We after the season.
First of all, before we even get to all of that, by the time I'm a senior, I don't even want to be there no more.
Yeah, we knew.
I didn't even want to be there anymore. First of all, Coach Frazier, he left.
Yep.
Coach Morgan left.
And then that's when
Remember,
Lynn came.
Coach Morgan left, and then Coach Wilson had came in, and Coach Wilson left. You
Yep.
feel me? And everybody wanted me to come where they was going. All of them wanted me to come to their universities. You know what I'm saying? Like Coach Wilson wanted me to come.
So let me ask you this question now. This question has not been asked live. Why didn't you go with Frazier?
I didn't want to feel like a traitor. My heart was
Loyalty.
with Bowie. First of all, let me tell you something. Before I even played a single snap at Bowie State with a Bowie State University, with a Bowie State jersey on, right?
Yep.
Before I even did all of that, I was already hooked. I had no intentions to begin with to even stay at Bowie. My plan was to always go to the University of Maryland, right? I wanted to transfer and go to Maryland. Right. That's what I wanted in high school.
Right.
I just wasn't good enough. Maryland actually offered me a partial scholarship, but then they took it because my grades was always suspect.
Right.
You feel me? So Coach Frazier was talking that Bowie shit, and I was like, all right, cool. I'll see what's up. You know what I'm saying? But initially, my plan was to go to Bowie and then try to transfer to Maryland. But I fell in love with everything about Bowie.
And I'm gonna tell you something.
Everything. The culture, the
Bowie
fucking
special.
people, everything.
Yep.
Every fucking
Shout out
thing.
Bowie. Bowie
Everything.
special.
Shout out to these two men right here.
Yes, sir. Yep.
TC and Mouse. Shout out to Dwayne. Shout out to my nigga Stu.
Stu.
You know what I'm saying?
Stu.
Because these are all the niggas that supported the nigga when I ain't had no place to stay. You understand? I had enough money to get a nigga into school. That's it. I ain't had no books. I ain't had no meal plan, but a nigga ate good.
We
feel
always
me?
ate.
We found a way.
Yeah.
We found a way. We made a way.
If y'all don't know, I'm gonna tell y'all, and we're gonna touch on this too. And we've always said this: we are successful in life because of Coach Frazier. If you can get through a Camp Frazier, you can get through life.
You can get through anything.
You can get through anything because guess what? During my hardest times, I lean on God and I think about Camp Frazier. Because if you can get through Camp Frazier, you can literally get through anything in life.
Yeah.
Tell me somewhere where you don't see the football for that long. And I mean, literally, we did not see a football.
No. The football stayed in the building.
In the building. So now we're going to get into the crust of it. I mean, we got an hour. I already know this show going an hour. But
It's past an hour.
no, it's yeah. We'll be good. So now you get the invite.
What, the combine? Yeah, the combine, that shit was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I didn't expect it. I didn't see it coming. You gotta think. That's 3% of the niggas that played college football that year.
True.
We talking about
30,000. You talking about 300 niggas in the nation.
Yeah.
Basically.
This not Division 2.
No.
This not Division 3.
This is the nation.
Nation.
In the United States
Everybody.
of America, every university known that has a football program. I attack that shit.
You get invited to the combine. And this is the first player outside of I forgot his first name, Cox, out of Bowie State that make NFL noise. Cox was a D tackle.
Cox, yeah.
Yep, was a D tackle. First player out of Bowie State, Division II, to make it to the combine. Tell us about everything that happened.
The combine was fucking nuts, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. The combine blew my mind. Like, I was having conversations with niggas like John Gruden, Tony Dungy, Herm Edwards. Herm Edwards and Tony Dungy saw me walking through the hotel, because the hotel was connected to the fucking field, right? So we didn't have to go outside for nothing. I'm walking and I'm really lost. I don't know where I'm going type shit. Tony Dungy pulls me up and just asks me about myself. I have a whole conversation with this nigga for probably like.
So the whole that was just part of the interview. Like everything, you was being interviewed.
It wasn't
totally.
even a scheduled interview. We had scheduled interviews.
Right.
And those were with, you know what I'm saying, whatever teams wanted to interview you.
Right.
He saw me walking down the hall and just pulled me up. At that point, I'm not Atcheson, Conway. I'm not AT, none of that shit, right? I'm DB48.
You remember your number?
I'm DB48. I'm nobody. I'm a fucking number. You understand? And I'm there with niggas like Antrell Rowe,
Yep. I remember.
Carlos Rogers, right?
They were in your group, right?
Yes. Antrell was playing corner at the time, but they ended up moving him to safety when he got to Arizona, right? But I'm looking at these niggas, bro, and I swear to God, I'm looking at them like, they not better than me. Wow. And I'm looking at corners, right? And the reason why I'm looking at corners is because I did everything. I played middle linebacker. I played will linebacker. I played Sam linebacker. I played nickel. I played dime. I played strong safety. I played free safety. I played corner. I played everything in the back seven. Right. I played everything in the back seven. Right. So you can't put me in a situation where I'm unfamiliar. Right. So just being a guy that plays the game, and now I'm around these guys that I've been watching on TV for years. I'm sizing these, no homo, pause. I'm sizing these niggas up, and I'm looking, I'm like, a lot of these dudes is system dudes. One thing that I wasn't was a system dude. I played for three different coordinators in 4 years.
Yep.
I played in 3 different systems in 4 years.
Sorry, y'all,
and
we doing a beer
run. I played multiple positions in each system.
Let me ask you this, AT. So when you was at the combine, were you guys like, especially for myself and people who may not be familiar with the combine, were you guys like having practice sessions and like working out together?
It wasn't no practice sessions.
Okay.
Everything was in the moment, right? Mm-hmm. So like, you had 3 days, right? You had 1 day solely dedicated to medical, right? Where they taking pictures, they doing x-rays, they doing MRIs and all that shit, right? So my medical day the doctors asked me, they said, "Are you gonna do any of the activities?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" My ankles are fucked up, and I had no idea that they were fucked up. It was scar tissue built up in both ankles, right? Wow. They were like, "You plan on like working out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, fuck yeah." You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I was skeptical on doing was the 40-yard dash, and the only reason why I was skeptical is because I hurt my back when I was training. Mm-hmm. Now, when I left Bowie my senior year, I was 206 pounds, right? I left to start training for the combine in New Jersey. Yeah, I was up in New Jersey or whatever at the Parisi's speed school or whatever. I was 206. After a full month, I was 223 pounds.
Wow.
And you was working out.
Oh, I lived there. I lived in the hotel. Wow. I had 3 meals, and I worked out twice a day.
Fuck was y'all feeding you?
What the fuck was y'all eating?
We had chefs. Like, we literally had chefs in the hotel that we stayed that fed us 3 times a day. And then at the facility where we worked out, we was getting shakes and all, whatever we needed.
Wow.
I think
so my body wasn't used to that. Like, I'm used to Bowie State. You feel me?
Get that
like,
double cheeseburger.
Where we barely making fucking ends meet, right? Which is why I'm 206 pounds.
Right.
At the end of the season, my senior year, right? And then literally in 4 weeks, nigga, I'm 223. Wow. I'm 223.
So
I got all the way up to probably like 225 or some shit like that or whatever, and I had to go on a diet. I was start eating straight salads and drinking only water.
Wow.
And I weighed in at the combine at 219.
So you at the combine.
Before you get to the combine, I think that one of the things that gets missing in this when you talk about, you know, the physical attributes of everything that you've done, right? But then you can't talk about just that emotion and feeling of being one of these selected to be in that position to actually have the opportunity to perform and participate at the combine. What were your emotions and thoughts and feelings just to get the invitation?
To be honest with you, I was blown away. Like, I did not. That wasn't even a goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't even something in my head. I was like, that's obtainable. Let me go for that type shit. Right? Just because of where I was coming from. So when it happened, I was like, oh, shit. But at the same time, I had a big-time agent in that moment. You know what I'm saying? When I first selected my agent. So I feel like that probably had something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got his pool or whatever. He doing this thing or whatever. So it was definitely a compliment.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
What, the drug test?
Yep.
All right, so look, check this out. All right, like I said, I left Bowie. My last season was 2004. Fall of 2004 going into the spring of 2005, right? The end of that season, I leave Bowie, I move to New Jersey, and I'm in a hotel. And I'm working out 3 times a day. No, twice a day. I'm working out twice a day. Or whatever. And y'all already know. Like, I've been smoking weed.
Yeah.
I've been smoking weed. Why?
Pain relief.
That was all. It was multiple reasons. Like, you got to understand, like, I wasn't the most social person. Right. You understand? Like, I really had anxiety and, like, there was, like, a social immaturity, I guess, almost to where as though when I start feeling like motherfuckers was judging me type shit, like I didn't want to be around it. Right. So it was like I had this name, but at the same time, I didn't want the attention that came with the name. Right. I didn't want that shit. Right.
And before you go on, you got to understand the climate at the time. We played football in the early 2000s, where I mean, we got to be honest. We're a little older now. The show is called All Shit I'm 40. All right, fuck you, Pitts. But to be for real, the sign of the times is more acceptable now. And I even go back to the Ricky Williams thing. Mm-hmm. It's more acceptable now. But back then, all of us suffered with some type of either anxiety or whatever. You know, we found ways to cope and self-medicate. Go ahead.
Listen, if I didn't smoke weed when I started smoking weed, only two things would have happened. I would have landed myself in jail, right, and compromised my livelihood, or I'd have put myself in a situation where now I done lost my motherfucking life. Y'all niggas know me, right? If some shit about to go down, and we need some folks, get AT.
The Halloween party.
Call them. Cause I'm ready.
Shout out Sojo.
Shout out to Sojo. We sorry we beat you down, Sojo, that night.
But that shit ain't no badge of honor when you doing dumb shit. You understand? We did some dumb shit.
We did serious dumb.
You understand? We done did some dumb shit. And like to this day, I deal with I wanna say like PTSD for real, with some like especially with the police. Because I've been shot at by the police. I done had guns. I done had guns pulled on me at Bowie State campus.
Yeah.
I remember.
Multiple
I
times.
remember.
You feel me? Multiple times, bro.
So-
we been shot at on Bowie State campus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been shot at multiple times.
Right.
You feel me? So, nah, it's not. Because when you think about what led up to that point, it's like, what were you thinking?
So
What the fuck is you what are you doing? Listen, what y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to talk about this fight?
Well, no. Before we get to that fight, the combine. You at the combine.
Yeah.
You at the combine and you pop positive.
right.
You
so
had
look.
the world in your hands. What caused you?
Listen. All right, so check this out. When I was training for the combine, I actually injured myself while I was working out. I was pulling the sled. I fucked my back up, right? When I fucked my back up, I couldn't work out no more, right? My agent, I had talked him into letting me come home.
Right.
Shouldn't have never came home, right? This is before the combine. You niggas was around.
Yeah.
You and I had
Right.
the conversation.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at
And
you.
I just pop up out of nowhere
Right.
on niggas going
Right.
to parties and shit.
Right.
You feel me?
Of course
You feel me? Like, and I'm thinking I'm good because my agent and my trainers know what's up already, right? And with the NFL, you dealing with a list of banned substances. This list changed every year,
Right.
right? Right? So I told them what it was, and while I was working out, I wasn't smoking, but when I came home, I smoked. I smoked.
Do you remember this?
I smoked up Bowie on campus
That's a bitch.
at a party.
Right.
You feel me? Smoke.
Let me ask you a question. Whenever we're in moments, and I think this is something that we all talk about, right? We talk about, when we're in positions and we try to hold each other accountable, or we try to be our brother's keeper. In that moment, you would think or you would wish that before you got into that situation, somebody that really had
Would have been your brother's
would have been
keeper.
a brother's keeper, would have been like, listen, you know what I'm saying? You got too much riding on it, don't do that.
I got your answer. I think the problem is people didn't feel comfortable being honest with me. You understand? Because of my level of aggression. You understand?
So they thought the reaction,
People didn't want to deal with the
They didn't want to deal with the smoke.
You understand?
Right.
And
would
the thing
it
is,
have been?
the thing is, I needed that.
Would it have been?
No, because I knew I was wrong.
He needed somebody to tell him.
The thing is, I don't fucking lie about shit. You feel me? Like
Right.
when it's on the table, it's on the fucking table, bruh. Like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's something that it's not. You understand? Coach Morgan walked on me the night before a game one time, smoking. Remember I got suspended for a quarter?
Yep.
Against Virginia State?
Yep.
Cause them niggas walked in, they was doing room checks, and we didn't think they was gonna do room checks. And they came down there, we just finished smoking. So he walk in, he like, what the fuck is going on? I look, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto and shit. I look at this nigga.
Shout out to
I'm like-
Sojo playing that shit 2:00 in the morning.
I'm like, you smell it, coach. What you want me to tell you? Like, you want me to lie to you? I literally said that. I'm like, do you want me to lie to you? I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. Like, it's done. I did that. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, they don't make none of that shit right. But what it points out is that there was clearly a fucking problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I did not feel like I was going to be able to move forward without that shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have nothing in my life that was substituting how that was able to help me balance shit out.
Right. Did you feel isolated after that event?
I isolated myself. I isolated myself because I knew I was making bad decisions, and I saw some of my bad decisions affect other people in negative ways, right? So then at that point, now I'm like, nah, like I'm pushing everybody away a little bit. You feel me? Like I'm still cool. We cool. You know, these my motherfucking brothers. But at the same time, I wasn't about to change who the fuck I was. You know what I'm saying? And start doing shit different because I'm not even gonna lie, bro. It's a great fucking point. At this point now, I'm spoiled with success. You know what I'm saying? Being at Bowie. I didn't have this type of success prior to. Right. You feel me? So now I'm looking at it like, don't none of that other shit matter. I've been doing this shit. Fuck you gonna tell me now? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing this the whole time.
So let me ask you, AT, and we're gonna be real, cause we 100% on this podcast. It's a lot of shit you got away with, right?
Oh, exactly, and that didn't help none of it.
And it didn't help. So
that made things worse.
So now, shit hit the news.
Yeah.
Shit is on CNN. The shit is on
everything.
Fucking everything.
Everything.
We back at Bowie, we hear it. You know, because believe it or not, and I know it was pressure on you. You had the weight of a university on your shoulders. And now you get pop positive on a drug test at the combine. How did that make you feel during that time? Because I know you stayed, just like you said, you stayed away for a minute.
The toughest part about all of that was when my mother called me, right? My mother calls me and she's like, what the fuck are you doing?
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is part 2. Wow, it's a lot to unpack in that episode. Just one thing before we close it out. I had to heavily edit this episode. So we will have a special bonus episode where we will give you the full 2 hours of content, unedited, with everything. Side conversations, football memories, everything. But like I said, this was a special episode. I will put out the full 2 hours. But like I said, this episode was everything. Part 2, man, you definitely learned a lot. And we start getting even deeper once we get into the finale of part 3. All right. So, hey, this is Gene again with All Shit I'm 40. And like I said, this is the series that's called When the Lights Go Out, with interview with Atcheson Conway. Hope you guys enjoy it. Please like, subscribe, and follow. Thank you. Peace.